Good morning, ma'am. My name is Jennifer Ilordi Matulak. The United Nations General Assembly proclaimed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, or UDHR, December 10, 1948, as the global standard of fundamental human rights for universal recognition protection. The UDHR begins with areas recognition of the inherent dignity, human family, is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. Kanima Miss UDHR proclaimed the UN General Assembly in 1948. It set a global standard for human rights, and the UDHR aims for universal recognition and protections of the fundamental rights. It's emphasized human dignity as the foundation of freedom. The dignity is essential for global justice and peace. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the UDHR, explicate the fundamental human rights in 30 articles. It outlines and evaluates human rights that are vital and necessary in the pursuit of the good life. These are the freedom of everyone is entitled to the guaranteed by the virtue of being human. The first seven articles of the UDHR encapsulate the spirit of this so-called milestone document in the history of human kanimam kay, which outlines fundamental human rights in 30 articles. These rights are considered an initial for the pursuit of the good life guaranteed to anyone by virtue of being human. The UDHR is viewed as a milestone document.
Article 1 establishes the fundamental principle of human equality and dignity, emphasizing that every individual deserves respect, freedom, and equal rights regardless of their background, circumstances, or characteristics. The article serves as the foundation for promoting a world where individuals can live freely, equally, and with dignity. Article 2 emphasizes the principle of non-discrimination. This article ensures individuals can enjoy the right and freedoms outlined in the UDHR equally, regardless for their background or characteristic, promoting equality and non-discrimination in the application of human rights.
I am Trixie Nathaniel S. Avila. Article 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. This means every person has the right to live freely and safely. No one should take away our life or freedom. Article 4 says no one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. So it means no one should be treated like a slave or be forced to work. Everyone deserves freedom and respect. Article 5. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. This says, no one shall be hurt or punished in a cruel way. We should all be treated with kindness and dignity. Article 6. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. It means all people are equal under the law. Wherever we go, we must be treated as a person with rights.
Magandang araw po sa inyo. Ako po si Herdin Agustin. Ang aking i-report ay tungkol sa When Technology and Humanity Cross. Dito sa Article 7, all are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation of this declaration and against any incitement to such discrimination. Ibig sabihin nito ay ang Article 7 ay tungkol sa pagkakapantay-pantay ng lahat sa ilalim ng batas. Walang sinuman ang dapat apihin o ituring na mas mababa. Ang batas ay dapat pareho ang pagtrato sa lahat at dapat protektahan tayo laban sa anumang uri ng pagtatangi o hindi patas na pagtingin. At dito din sa the Universal Declaration of Human Rights has a long bloody history crafted in 1948 after World War II. The UDHR now serves as a common understanding of when each person's fundamental rights are. These rights apply to everyone, everywhere. It is imperative that we all know and live these rights to prevent injustice and oppression. Ang ibig sabihin din nito ay ang pagdaigdig ng declaration ng mga karapatang pantao ay itinataguyod para ipaalala sa buong mundo na may pantay-pantay na karapatan ang bawat isa. Nilikha ito upang hindi na maulit ang mga kalupitang nangyari noong digmaan. Dapat nating sundin at ipaglaban ang mga karapatang ito upang manatili ang katarungan at mapigilan ang pag-aapi.
Good morning, ma'am. I am Kenji Cruz, 19 years old. Human versus the robot. The rise of the machine accompanying the progress in science and technology may render human useless. Manual labor is gradually being replaced by machine. Computers become more and more sophisticated. Robot usual design like human being are created to perform complex, repetitive, or dangerous tasks. Ang mga tao ay pinapalitan ng mga makinaryo para sa mga manual at paulit-ulit na paggawa. Gayunpaman, nahigitan pa rin ng mga tao ang mga robot sa mga kakayahan tulad ng adaptasyon, pagkilala sa pagsasalita, pagpaplano at paggawa ng desisyon. Ang mga robot naman ay nilikha upang magsagawa ng komplikado, paulit-ulit upang mapanganib na gawain. Madalas nilang makumpleto ang mga gawain ito ng mas mabilis at mas tumpak kaysa sa mga tao. Gayunpaman, nililimitahan sila ng kanilang programming at walang independenteng pag-iisip, damdamin o malayang kalooban. With the development of artificial intelligence, AI robots may also individually act and decide like human. The possibility that machines adapt the nature of humans, there is a need to reflect of the ethical problem posed such development. Sa pag-unlad ng artificial intelligence AI, ang mga robot ay maaaring kumilos at magdesisyon tulad ng mga tao. Sa posibilidad na ang mga makina ay magkaroon ng katangian ng tao, kailangan pag-iisipan ang mga ethical na problema na dulot ng ganitong pag-unlad.
The article discusses the impact of artificial intelligence AI on society, particularly in the Philippines, and highlights the growing use of AI in the business process outsourcing, BPO industry, in the potential risks associated with it. So, panisa, dako kayo nag-epekto sa tuwaang lungsod kay tungod sa mga ginagamit na to sa pagbuhat og mga project like that, di ba? Mga kuan paggamitan ng AI like ng ChatGPT or unsa pa na diya maning dako kay impact sa Pilipinas. Job displacement. AI may replace human workers with an estimated 1 million Filipino BPO workers potentially affected. Kani job displacement na posible nga mapulian ng mga customer service agents sa BPO na kumpanya sa Pilipinas kay tungod sa maapektuhan ilang trabaho. Nasa mga 1 million ka trabahante ang mawalan og mga trabaho tungod anang AI. Next is ethical concern. the value of human life, machine mistake, and the potential for humans to become machine-like. Kanang ethical concern. Kaya na po'y kung masayop ang AI sa pagdesisyon, kinsa ang manubag di kundi kita po, di ba? Daghan yung mga tao nga magsunod lang sa makina o kina AI, mawala ilang kritikal nga pag-ununa na kay tungod ng AI rin. Next kay nila po ta sa human dignity and security. The article emphasizes the importance of protecting human rights and promoting responsible development and use of science and technology. Kaning human dignity and security, importante nga maprotektahan ng katungod sa mga tao kay sama sa paghatag og protection sa pagkawala sa trabaho o abusuhon ang teknolohiya o kaning AI siguraduhon nga paggamit kay responsible food o makatarungan sa pamaagi nato o yun sa ato pagbuhat. It also notes that as machine become more human-like, humans may become more machine-like, losing their ability to think critically and process information. The article concludes by emphasizing the importance of protecting human rights and promoting a just and progressive society. Kung ang makina mapareha sa tao sama sa iya nga makahimo sa desisyon o makasabot sa emosyon, posible nga ang tao magsugod o magsunod o magpagsunod lang sa makina o mawala iyang abilidad sa kritikal nga paguna o gustong pagproseso sa kung ang tao daw ay mahimong kung ang makina daw ay mahimong tao mapareha sa iya nga makahimo og desisyon o makasabot sa emosyon, posible nga ang tao sa magsugod o pagsunod lang sa makina o mawala iyang abilidad sa critical nga paguna o gustong pagproseso sa impormasyon. Mao minapasabot sa artikulo nga importante ang pagpanataw ang protekta sa katungod sa mga tao sa makatarungan o maunlad.
This report summarized Billy Joy's 2000 essay, Why the Future Does Need Us, in which he expressed concern about the potential danger of advancing technology in the fields of genetics, nanotechnology, and robotics, often referred to as GNR. Threat to humanity, Joy argues that these technologies could threaten humanity's survival due to their ability to self-replicate and cause massive destruction and misuse. Unreflective acceptance, people often accept this technology without questioning the rest, which could lead to unforeseen and disastrous consequences. Risk and benefits. While GNR technologies promise major benefits like improve the healthcare and longer lifespans, they also come with serve risk such as accident, abuse, and uncontrolled self-reflection. In short, the essay urges us to be more critical and cautious when dealing with powerful technology that could drastically change our future.